Another edition of Smarknado. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, the Danaconda, Dan Cesnit. Dan, how are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm a little nervous because I have an audience here on the today, so bear with me. But this is a new setup on Restream. I don't know if I completely like it. It's freaking me out a little bit, but I'm well.
Yeah, just kind of the new interface, so it seems. I don't think it did ask us to go into 720 resolution, and I guess we can't go into 1080 unless we have. Dan, we lost you for a hot second.
You lost me, or we lost you?
Oh, I don't know. Jesus Christ. Yeah, my internet hasn't been great since I moved in here. So I was hoping that when I restart the computer, it would change, but we'll see how this episode goes.
We can always edit that out. Don't worry.
Yeah. How about we just start over?
Restart.
Fine. Yeah. I'll just do this in 5, 4. Welcome, wrestling friends, to another edition of Smarknado. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, the Danaconda, Dan Cesnit. Dan, how are you doing?
Wonderful, my friend. Couldn't be better. As the white people like to say, I'm living the dream.
Yeah, so like you're getting over a cold. Things aren't going super great.
Yeah,
I understand, but we're here to talk about wrestling because it's something that always makes us both so happy from the madness of the world. But yeah, we are going to talk about AEW from this week because those are the things that actually purify our wrestling souls.
It's literally the only thing I watch now.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Me neither. And you don't have to apologize to anybody. I just got to say, though, keeping up with WWE on the periphery and just seeing everything that's going on, it's more like I just laugh more than anything else because I'm not invested in the product anymore. But just like looking at what they're doing right now, like, holy fucking shit, have they lost the plot?
The only thing I've seen recently that I actually paid any attention to was CM Punk's
promo,
new scripted pipe bomb promo. Where I think he got a few things in that probably weren't on script, but
McAfee.
And I liked it. Okay, it was fine.
It was. Oh yeah, I mean that's a good thing that's happening right now. But the fact of the matter is, there's like 5 or 6 matches that all involve a celebrity in this wrestling.
Is it that many? I haven't looked at the card.
It's so stupid, man. Yeah, I mean the ladder match is probably going to be fine, but like even with that, it's like Vikingo was jonesing for a spot in that ladder match. They're giving it to Rey Mysterio. Like, come on.
I mean, Mysterio still has a good ladder match left in him.
Yeah, but Vikingo, having him and Javon in the same match would have really been something. Yeah. And Dragon Lee. What do you think of this whole thing with McAfee coming in and he's like the voice of Randy Orton's career in the storyline, and how he wants to like bring back the Attitude Era?
It's laughable.
It's terrible. Like what the fuck? What does Pat McAfee have to do with anything?
Well, that was the great part about Punk's promo because he called him McAfee.
Yeah.
And that made me laugh really hard. So, it sucks. It's bad. It's like WCW 2000 bad.
Yeah, I don't see how people just like put up with it.
I don't see how Randy Orton thought this was a good idea. Like, come on, man.
I guess it was an Ari Emanuel call. And I read this morning, I shit you not, this is the quote. Ari Emanuel sees Pat McAfee as someone that he could mold into Sylvester Stallone. Is that the stupidest shit you have ever fucking heard?
That's apples to oranges. I don't even get the comparison.
I don't either. Like, McAfee's not an actor.
No.
He didn't write his own movie. Like, it's so stupid. I bet a TKO meeting, man, it's just a bro dick measuring contest the whole fucking time. And they just like, they throw these awful ideas in there and they just have all this fuck money. And they don't give a shit about like what makes the product actually good. I feel for the people that are watching it.
Like, I was kind of genuinely hoping they would get their shit together by WrestleMania.
Me too.
Because it's on my birthday again this year, so I kind of wanted to watch. I really genuinely thought about it, but like, I just can't. It's not like I do. Sadly, I kind of want to see Brock versus Obafemi just because I want to see Brock get around. But there's nothing else that's really like standing. I think Seth versus Gunther will be a good match.
Yeah, but like I feel like we've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really does it for me on this card.
No.
So, definitely neither of the title matches.
Oh well, maybe next year. We lost Eric again.
He's back. I think it's my internet, man.
It is. You're back, but that's okay. We can continue.
All right. Shit. Okay. Sorry, when that happens, just kind of throws me off guard a little bit.
Yeah. It's okay.
You're used to it though. Yeah, WWE sucks. That is the moral of the story there. So let's just get into Dynamite from this week, shall we?
We shall.
All right. So Dynamite started off fucking hot with United Empire coming in to stand off with the Death Riders. This was a great scene. And then you even got Alex Windsor in there standing with United Empire against the Death Riders and Marina Shafir. And they brawl all over the place. And like, as that's happening, I'm like, oh, I'd really love to see different matchups like Hanari and Cesaro. I'd love to see, Akira versus Daniel Garcia and all that. But yeah, this was really fucking cool, man. I love the fact that Ospreay's bringing in backup from New Japan. I love how it happened too. It just was like Ospreay came back to Japan to lure in the United Empire, while he also watched Callum Newman win the IWGP title. And they're there to protect him from the Death Riders.
Yeah, it's a good group. I like Hanare a lot. I think he's a really intimidating presence, and I want to see more of him. So I hope United Empire sticks around for a little bit.
I think they're going to stick around at least until Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Probably get a big matchup between all of them for Forbidden Door for, maybe an Anarchy in the Arena type match.
Yeah.
But no, the Callum Newman thing, I'm still, we discussed this in the group chat, but I want to touch on it again because you probably know a little bit more about it than I do. Obviously, it was a good match that he was in, but
yeah. So
go ahead.
Yeah. So Callum Newman, he won the New Japan Cup, and he earned the right to challenge for the IWGP title. That in itself was kind of a shocker,
Yeah.
But I guess what they've been doing here is they've been building United Empire since Ospreay's been gone have really actually turned heel in New Japan. Mm-hmm. And I think you saw that too at Wrestle Kingdom. Like yes. They were definitely very heelish. And Callum Newman is just that guy in their group. He's emerged as the leader. He has always tries to cheat and shit, and he did cheat his way to win the New Japan Cup. And then, the story in the match with him and Yota Tsuji for the title was, Ospreay was like, Callum, you can win without cheating. You can do it yourself. You don't need this. Ultimately, Callum didn't use a weapon, but he ended up low blowing Tsuji and then hitting his finisher and winning the title. So they're planting seeds for Callum Newman and the United Empire to turn on Ospreay.
I mean, it's been a long time coming. He's been on the fringes of it since he left New Japan. So it's not really like they even brought in Andrade to be the leader for a spell.
Yeah, I don't even know what the deal is with that, if that's even going to continue at all, or if that was just special for one match. But it certainly seemed like he was going to be in it.
Yeah,
I thought that dude Jake Lee was going to be the leader.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, that's gonna, they fought all over the arena, and that's gonna lead to the main event, which is going to be 8-man tag, United Empire versus
Death Riders. Yep.
The Death Riders. All right. All right, next we had Don Callis with the unfortunate news that Kyle Fletcher is going to be injured. This is a huge blow to AEW, man. If there's somebody that you could certainly make a case for of being the consistent MVP every month, it's Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, he's there. He's always there. Is there any news on what the injury is and what the timetable is?
The only thing I heard was that Tony Khan said that he's going to be back in 2026.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sucks, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Next, we had a trios match. The Don Callis family, Andrade, Mark Davis, and Takeshita against Darby Allin, Bandito, and Jack Perry. Is Jack Perry replaced Brody King? Brody King couldn't make it to the arena that night. Yep. But regardless, this was a really fun match. I think the storyline leading into this is that MJF was paying Andrade to take care of Darby.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to see more match. I think that Andrade and Darby Allin actually work really well with each other. So I'm looking forward to the matches that are going to happen. Yep. But yeah, this was interesting here as far as how this match developed. And it led to the end with the Rascals making the save. And yeah, I guess what's his name? Myron Reed is going to challenge Okada on Collision this week.
On Collision for the International, I think.
Yeah. Are they doing like a low key push of Myron Reed? Because I'm for it.
I think that they're using him more as the singles guy and the other two more as the tag team.
As the tag team, yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I think he's got the skill set for it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's also someone, like, I feel like if he put on like 20, he could have a Swerve type transformation.
Yeah.
So I feel like he kind of has Swerve's body type when Swerve didn't have the muscle mass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, watching Mark Davis every single week is always a treat to me. I don't know how that guy he works well with everybody that he faces.
He's a solid hand, as they say.
Yeah.
And, that's more insulting than anything, but no, he really does a great job. He can fit in with anybody.
Yeah. All right, medical update on Kenny Omega. This was terrible. I don't think Doc Samson should ever be on TV talking. Like, it was really bad. They should have thought it through. They should have just given him a very tight script. He was meandering and weird, and it was just stop it. Yeah, why are they doing this? Bad choice. That's all I gotta say. But the moral of the story here: Omega's good. He can wrestle. Yeah. All right, TBS Championship match. The returning Queen Aminata facing off against Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. And this was a lot of fun. I think that Aminata looked great in her comeback here. And yeah, I mean,
I want to see Aminata as a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she works better that way.
You
And
think she
showed
showed a little bit of that in this match?
Yeah, she was showing bits of it, and I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's gonna work babyface against Willow Nightingale.
You know, I feel terrible for Aminata because I think back to what last time she was in AEW, and you know the women's tag team division was just starting to take off, and her and Jamie Hayter had a really nice tag team.
Yeah,
you know, and then she got injured, and now we have the Brawling Birds, and I don't think the Brawling Birds are ever going to be like broken up for at least not for a while.
That's my shit, bro. Like I love them.
I love them too. Their whole vibe, their energy, you know, like they're fun.
It's really good.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, video package on MJF. That's cool. Okay, next we had a segment with Chris Jericho coming back. This is a redo of last week where he didn't really get much of a reaction. Just a little inside, I guess, like him and Tony Khan came to agreement that he wanted to be in AEW because he loves wrestling and he genuinely thinks that AEW cares about wrestling. At least that's the line. And he also was not happy with WWE offering a retirement tour. I mean, I can't say I blame WWE.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll be honest, man. Like, the segment didn't piss me off. Like, I think he can get the list of Jericho over again.
I think he might, yeah.
And if he does, that makes for really good television.
For sure. And like, I think that like this is a good opportunity for him to like change his whole approach to how he's been in AEW. I feel like he's like been in these factions, he's been associated with young talent and constantly gets like criticized for presumably holding them back. You know,
There's an argument to be made.
Yeah, so like I think that putting him with Ricochet here was good, and I think that Ricochet got like genuine heat, and that shows his progression as a character too.
I thought it was a really well done segment. I didn't care much for the "I love wrestling, I love AEW" rah speech that I've heard from everybody on the roster. Like that was kind of generic, but the actual interaction with Ricochet once that started, I thought was really fun.
Agreed. I think it would be really refreshing too if Jericho did the job to Ricochet.
He probably should, to be honest.
I mean, it's not he probably should. He should.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll see how it plays out, man.
Yeah.
That'll be the litmus test for Jericho going forward.
Well, we're gonna find out come Sunday. So
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so big news out of the Don Callis family, and I forgot to mention this before in the matchup where Okada and Takeshita had a scuffle with each other. But now Okada and Takeshita will get to fight each other after they team at Dynasty. And don't really recall off the top of my head what match that is for Dynasty.
Young Bucks.
Oh, they're facing the Young Bucks for okay. All right.
Yep. It'll be a great match.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, next we had Ciampa versus Mascara Dorada. Really great choice of opponents here that they worked really well with each other. And Dorada is just somebody that I'm excited to see them just continue to feature. I think that he can have a really organic rise. But yeah, Ciampa just continuing his ascent through AEW. And God, are they getting over that knee that he does?
Knee
it's nasty.
It's probably even better than Kenny's.
At this point, yes, I say.
I would say
the height of the V trigger, no. But right now, yes, I would say for sure. That Yeah, that's really the sticking point from this matchup and from a lot of his matchups is like he is just taking people out with that knee, and
I really
he's
wish they
going to
never
continue
took
to get it over.
the title off of him in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's going to be in the TNT title Casino Gauntlet. He's got the #1 spot now, so.
Which again, I said this in the group chat, but I would have much preferred to see a tournament for the title than a single match. AEW does tournaments so well that they could have pulled off something spectacular and built new feuds in the process. And I think that was a missed opportunity.
I hear that. It's also not to say that, like, just to counter that point, like, you can make feuds in the Casino Gauntlet. It's just all too much happening at once, you know.
You can. It's hectic, and I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't hit the same as a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's just. I think he wants to appease the instant gratification fans, right? Like we want to know who the next champion is going to be right now. We don't.
Yeah.
Some fans are impatient. To me, I'm willing to wait a month and a half if you give me a good tournament out of it.
Yeah, and plus, like, you already had like a card that you put together here. Wait, is the Gauntlet happening at the pay-per-view?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't see the Gauntlet on my rundown for the pay-per-view for some reason. And this is Wikipedia. So, I don't know.
Pretty sure it is.
Oh, yeah, yes, it is. Okay. Sorry. I just, I don't know. I didn't see it. Yeah, so like, yeah, just throwing that in on a paper, you already have 8 matches. Like, come on, man. Like maybe put like a qualifying match or something on the pay-per-view on like the pre-show or something. But like, it's already an 8-match card. You're gonna just add a fucking battle royal. Come on.
Yeah, that's what they do.
This is why I'm taking off from work on Monday, bro.
Give the fans their money's worth. I'm not taking off from work, so
we're gonna be dead.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be passed out on the main event like last time, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I have 2 Red Bulls in my fridge, so I will drink one of them that night, so I stay up.
Okay. Will that alter your sleep? Because it certainly would for me.
Probably not. I drink so much caffeine. Probably not. Maybe a little.
All right, sir. Again, Ciampa and his knee.
Big time.
All right, so the Dogs, they want the AEW World Trios titles. Dave Finlay came out. He cut a promo, and Clark Connors started cutting a promo too. All the while, they're beating up OC and Roderick Strong. They want to challenge Mystico, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey. And then, blessing all of our television screens, was Gabe Kidd in his new fantastic look. He's got a huge grill in his mouth.
I love it.
And he's got more tattoos too.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
He looks great.
He's nuts, bro. That dude is fucking nuts.
He's one of my favorites out there right now.
Yeah.
Because he just genuinely seems authentically crazy.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like an act.
No. I mean, even if it is an act, I mean, he's pulling it off like brilliantly.
Yeah.
So, all right. So next, Tekla sent a threat to Jamie Hayter. And that is going to be a hell of a fucking match too. That is going to be a low key match of the night candidate right there.
I mean, we'll talk more about the matches on Dynasty a little bit later, but I would definitely love to see Jamie Hayter win here. This Tekla title run has done nothing for me.
I kind of like it. It's done. Yeah. I like it.
But I've kind of always been lukewarm on Tekla in general. Like she's just not my favorite.
Okay. Too much moxie for you?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just was Her shtick is just not my favorite. I know she's a very good wrestler, and I'm not taking anything away from her. And if you like it, cool, good for you. But for me, it's just not really hitting.
Yeah, don't yuck my yum, bro. I
Wouldn't
like.
ever.
I love Tekla. She's awesome. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not everybody's cup of tea all the time. I mean, she is pretty abrasive, so could be a little off putting.
I mean, I don't mind abrasive. I just something about the whole package. I'm just like,
Yeah. All right. So next we had AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR and Roppongi Vice take out Cope and Cage. And yeah, this was payback from last week. And I cannot believe the spear that Stokely gave out to Copeland. What did you think of that spear? Were you impressed?
As impressed as I'm gonna be, sure.
Yeah. I know you're a big Stokely fan, so
I'm a
I
big
don't know
Stokely fan.
I don't know if you popped for that.
I prefer Stokely in a wheelchair. I prefer pathetic Stokely.
Okay. Not powerful Stokely.
Powerful Stokely.
Yeah, but shit, this match is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to see them wrestle at the pay-per-view. And do you think that Cage and Copeland win the titles?
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're right. You're right. We are previewing that. All right. Next, great promo by Darby Allin talking about how he wants the AEW championship. He hit every point, like how everyone has doubted him, including us. And you know, he's the guy that doesn't need the title, but like I like this focus for him of being on the AEW world title. And if this is going to be threaded throughout the whole year, I'm for it. Because Darby's been there for a long time. He has put on really good performances.
I think he's going to be the next AEW champion.
So you think he's going to beat MJF?
I do.
Wouldn't that be? You know what, Dan? I think you're onto something. Because I think about the history of MJF and Darby Allin. I think about when famously MJF beat Darby Allin with a headlock takeover.
Yep. There's so much history there.
Yeah.
Darby is a fan favorite. You know, he'll die for that title, bro. Like, I think he'll ultimately, like, I don't want to bury the lead, but I do think MJF comes out of Dynasty on top, even though the match is going to be great. I think Darby's going to be next in line for the title.
I'm here for it, man. I think it's going to be really great television too. I think the promos back and forth, like, you know, that MJF's going to cut real deep into Darby, you know.
Oh yeah.
And Darby's going to get real fucking dark. Oh, and it's just going to get personal and crazy, and yeah. I think
we might see like a dog collar type match, some sort of stip on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be fucking violent, dude.
Yeah.
Those two, no doubt about it. All right, so they called this match Chaos in Canada. Cute. It's going to be the United Empire, Ospreay, and Callum Newman, Francesco Akira, and Hinare against the Death Riders, Mox, Pac, Claudio, and Daniel Garcia. This was a lot of fun, man. I would say some things that really stood out to me in this match was just the fucking strength of Claudio, the way that he carried Hinare like outside the ring, and he just carried him from one apron to another through the table. That was fucking nuts, dude.
How many tables didn't break in this match though? Like,
oh, dude, Francisco Akira is so light, bro.
Yeah,
he should not even be doing that.
No, he got a house by that table.
Yes, he did.
That table might as well have been a brick wall,
dude. He's making Matthew at Botchamania's job real easy this week.
Yeah.
I am the table times 100. But yeah, that was I saw how Newman got someone through the table. He did the double stomp. I was just like, I feel like that would have worked for Akira, like having that downward momentum like that. Yeah, I think that would have worked. That works for like almost anybody, right?
Yeah,
doing the double stomp. Yeah, but this was just entertaining as fuck, man. I loved it, and I loved how the match was won with Osprey hitting the hidden blade through the table on Moxley, and yeah, it's gonna be fun at the pay per view. I imagine that United Empire is gonna be in Osprey's corner.
No,
No.
no, it's a Continental Championship match.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. Well, maybe they'll be in the building.
Probably in the building.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they did a video package on Kenny Omega, and then Kenny Omega came out and he cut a promo, which really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You still kind of I mean, I think we're generally pretty lukewarm on Kenny as a promo.
Yeah, Kenny's never been. That's not. He's the god of professional wrestling. Like,
yeah,
that's
in ring wrestling.
Yeah, like in the ring. He's never been a great. He's cut some great promos, but he's not a great promo every time.
He sounds like an anime character,
which a lot of people might think is cool.
Yeah.
I don't watch anime.
I'm not even saying that necessarily like it's bad, but like it's just an observation, and
it's definitely nerdy.
A lot of people would agree that he has like that same kind of cadence and everything. Yeah. But I thought that this was a good promo. MJF came out and retorted to everything that Kenny was saying, and you know it's going to be good. It was a good segment. I like that Omega was able to telegraph anything that MJF was doing because he's been studying him, and you know that's to be expected with the god of professional wrestling. He's done that before, leading to other matches. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great match at Dynasty. And how about we talk about it?
Sure.
Want to lead it off, Dan?
Sure. Let me just pull up the card really quickly here because, well, I don't have it.
Okay. I'll just start with the pre-show, and you can pick it up from there. You're going to have Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir. I got Windsor here.
Yeah, Windsor's the hot hand, I think. Even though I like what Shafir's been doing over the past few months, it's a real huge blow to have Tony Storm go out because I liked their feud a lot. But
yeah, me too, man. And then Windsor is also the New Japan Strong Women's Champion too, so I don't think she's going to lose to Shafir unless they have Shafir go over and she's like next in line for that title.
Yeah.
Which is totally a possibility.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next we have FTR versus Cope and Cage tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I think this starts Cope and Cage's retirement last hurrah title run. I think they win here.
I think they win too. I do think that there is a chance that like they don't win here and then they win next time around. But I don't know. I have a feeling that they need to do it here. They need to strike while the iron is hot. This is such a hot feud right now. And it's going to be such a fucking good match. And this is one of the matches that I'm just genuinely looking forward to.
Yeah, and I mean, you've always been a huge fan of both of these teams, as have I. I have no problem with it. Do I think it's going to be as good in the ring as, you know, the Bucks and FTR were? No, I don't. But it's still going to be a fantastic story. And like I said, I think Cope and Cage come out on top.
It might be just as good, but just in a different way. You know, it's not going to have the near falls or anything like that, but it might have a lot of the emotion.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Next, we're going to have Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay for the AEW Continental Championship. Who you got?
Ospreay wins it.
I disagree.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think Mox wins for some reason. I don't know why it's telling me that, but I think Mox retains.
Just because Mox has been so hot.
So hot. And I don't think they're going to take that away from him right now. And Ospreay doesn't get hurt in a loss at all.
I just think that the revenge runs way too deep for Ospreay, and he needs to win this, in my opinion.
I would like to see Ospreay win because I think the Continental Championship is one of those titles that doesn't change hands. I don't want to say nearly often enough because I hate to hot potato a title, but like there's been like 3 champions.
Yeah.
So it's time for a new one. So we'll see. All right, next up we have Andrade El Idolo versus Darby Allin. In this match, if Darby wins, he will receive a future AEW World Championship title match.
Yep. I think we both have the same result here.
Yeah.
It's going to be Darby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Andrade agreed to lose to Darby, but somehow he gets fucked over or something because he's just kind of got an ego.
I don't know how it's going to go down or how it's going to play out, but Darby's definitely going to win and he's going to have that future title shot whenever it may be. And I think he ultimately, as I said, is our next AEW World Champion. Wow. All right. Next, Tekla, however you say it, versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's World Championship. I do think Tekla wins here, even though I'm pulling for Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm the same way. I love Jamie Hayter. I love Tekla too, but like, you know, it's always more fun to me to root for the baby faces. But yeah, I think Tekla retains here and she just continues her run. And, you know, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor, they got a great thing going on with the Brawling Birds. And I think they're going to be the ones to take the women's tag titles off of Megan Bayne and Lena Cross.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Unless somebody else comes through really soon and establishes themselves really quickly. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, next we have the Casino Gauntlet match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship. It says here on Wikipedia that Roosh is in this.
Yeah, Roosh is in it, and then also Ciampa,
as well as Ciampa.
I love the element of surprise here. So I guess our prediction could be like Ciampa, Roosh, or the Field. I'm gonna go with the Field.
Just for the sake of it, because I would really want to see it, I'll say Ciampa ends up running the table and winning.
Would not mind that one bit.
All right. Next, we have a tag.
My pick is actually Gollum, Leo Rush. Blackheart, Leo Rush.
Leave Blackheart, Leo Rush alone. All right. Young Bucks versus Okada and Takeshita. Who wins?
The Bucks. The Bucks win, and it's because like Okada and Takeshita can't get along.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the tale as old as time. But I think this is gonna.
You made me just want to watch Beauty and the Beast, bro. Like,
yeah. As somebody who has had to watch Beauty and the Beast recently, it's a pretty good flick.
Dude, the animation's fire.
I think this has a low-key chance of being one of the matches of the night, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. All the parties involved here, man. Like, they're all, to take it from the guy that's in the main event, they're all best bout machines.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. All right, next Jericho versus Ricochet.
Definitely want Ricochet, and my prediction is Jericho.
You know what? Just for sake of disagreeing with you, I'm going to say they do the right thing and Ricochet wins.
That'd be great. I hope they do it. And I also hope that Big Bill and Brian Keith have no association with Chris Jericho ever again.
Yeah, he doesn't either.
Like if this ends up with like Big Bill and Brian Keith coming out as reinforcements to take out like the Gates of Agony, I'm gonna be like, fuck this shit. Because it would just feel like more of the same, you know?
No, if they want to get Jericho over as a babyface, they have to have him lose and get beat down.
And have him just be alone. Like, that's how Jericho worked last time. He didn't have a lot of allies when he was like a good big baby face in WWE.
No, not really. No.
You know?
All right, finally we're at the main event, MJF versus Kenny Omega. I think I definitely buried the lead earlier.
No, you did, but I feel like it's the opinion of most people.
Yeah, I think MJF wins here.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't hate if I was completely off base and Kenny wins. I wouldn't, because Kenny doesn't have a lot of runs left in him either.
No.
So, and both MJF and Darby still have a lot. Well, who knows? Darby could die at any second. So, but so both
Kenny
of
is graciously going to do the job for MJF. Yep. And I think that Kenny has looked at MJF and he's seen what MJF has done over the years, and MJF has more than proven himself in every single aspect of professional wrestling. So I can't see how Kenny would win this. And then also, like, this is only going to help MJF more with this run. Him taking out Hangman was just massive. And then him taking out Kenny, he's going to start calling himself a god, you know?
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of ammunition that comes out of a win over Kenny Omega. It's just
yeah. And the more I think about it, the more to your point about Darby being the next champion, man, like when this is all said and done and MJF just has all this cachet from this championship run, it's going to mean so much for Darby.
Oh, yeah. The pop when Darby wins the title is going to be legendary. He's like, despite what we've thought and said about him at times, like, one, I do still like him, but the fans love him.
Yeah.
They love him. There's no question about it.
And it doesn't feel the same way as like when we threw in our towels for Jey Uso, for the fact that Jey Uso was super over with the crowd, and it's just like, yeah, duh. Yeah, Darby just hits different, you know. Like we've been like, oh, Darby isn't very convincing, beating people that are bigger than him and stuff. But like, even with that, like they've done a really good job. Like beating Gabe Kidd took him being in a car accident.
Yeah,
you know.
And like, I mean, look at what he did with the likes of Brody King. Like that was some stuff of legend. Like Darby has done a lot for the company that I don't think a lot of people will ever really give him credit for.
Mm-hmm.
He's just because he's like that. He's just looked at as like a rag doll almost, but truly he's given everything to that man.
No doubt about it, man. Yeah, we'll have to see how that feud plays out, because we're assuming that all these things are going to happen where Darby's going to be number one contender and he's going to go against MJF. So I'd be surprised if it went a different way, but we'll have to see on Sunday.
That's why we watch the shows, folks.
Hell yeah. All right, just kind of thinking over, I don't think I have anything else to really touch on. I will say this. You, me, and the guys are going to have to do some talking about this June 5th Beyond Wrestling show, where MJF is going to be making his return back to Beyond Wrestling.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I think it'd be huge to go there, man.
I'm thinking that's a hike, bro.
I know it is.
Such a hike.
Like maybe we can I'll get a hotel or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. Let me think, because it is that's a big deal,
bro.
It is. We're losing you there, bro.
Looks like I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, something to think about for this show.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But anyway, let's wrap this thing up. As always, friends, follow us on Instagram at Smarknado, on Twitter. Smarknado1, leave us a 5-star review on podcast. our link tree. All our shit is right there. The QR code if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, for us.
Nah, man. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Dan says,
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
he said, stay fresh, cheese bags. Watching wrestling. And my internet sucks. Sorry, guys.